Okay, that should work as well. Are we working? Are we, oh, why are we not working? Why are we not working? Did you like that sound that I made? 1 second, let's try this again. Brev, why are you not working, huh? Huh? One day it'll work. One day it will work and I'll be sitting here going, you did well. You did well, my friend. Okay, no, I just gotta leave it, whatever. Yeah, whatever, it's cool. If it works, it works. Geez, finally this guy is live. Oh my god. I've missed one day. One day. Jesus. Okay, why is this not working? That's the real question. Why is this not working? That should come up, right? Why is that not coming up? Why are you doing this to me, bruv? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I know why. I know why it's not working. 1 second. I know that part of the daily understanding of my life, my life is you know, technical problems. I know that this is. Oh God, come on, just work. Just work. No, God. Anyway, whatever. All right, cool. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Calvin in the house. I ain't Calvin, all right? I ain't Calvin. Chipmunks maybe, but not Calvin. Did some good trades today. Because my body is telling me that. Why? Okay, I was about to say something. Okay. Mrs. Stardust, I got my sock stuck on my nail and it broke. How are you doing? What do you mean, which trades? The trades in the pro group. What are you talking about? They're all there. Literally. Fine. Which trades? My man telling me no, but my body. Oh man, this Clarity Act thing is going to cause the market to pull back. Yeah, Russell's in discovery, but we're going to see. I'm missing everything. Why are you missing everything? It's that anyway. Yeah, it's going to make this market go back. Yeah, it's going to pull back for sure. At least to a certain area, right? At least I would say if we look at total, right? If we look at total, I would say at least like, why am I looking at the 5 minutes? I would say possibly test a prior range. Possibly. Yeah, I think it could possibly test the prior range. There is a real possibility that could happen. But I will say this, right? Well, to be fair, I haven't gotten any notification on TikTok or YouTube. Oh, that's nice. It's a good thing to know. I love it when the only thing that they're supposed to do, they don't do. All right. Apart from that, everything's fantastic. I think it's rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? So whatever. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Like at this present moment, we're in this scenario where I'm expecting look. This is the thing, right? I'm expecting a pullback, but there are some big buts here. I'm not gonna lie about it, right? We've had a market structure, low time frame market structure shift, right? So this should continue down further, right? But there is also a chance. There's also a chance it could visit here as well. That's why I'm just a bit cautious. It could visit there. It could. Right, there is a chance that it could visit there. That's my only worry that I would say. But I'll say this, right? If Bitcoin retraces, I mean, look, it could do. There's two scenarios here it could happen. That's why it's so hard to read right now, right? We've had a clear invalidation. That's a full-blown clear invalidation. This means that this is going down, right? Furthermore, it could do something like that. Or it's already tapped this bit here and it could just go down from here. That's the difficulty of where we are right now. That's the difficulty, because I think we should continue down. Most like in everything that I'm seeing is giving me the understanding that we should continue down. But there's still that, just be on your toes, right? Just be on your toes, because the 1 hour, actually, on the 1 hour close, we did see, that didn't help. We did see a shift, but man, it's so tight to say, right? It's so hard to say. I've taken the shorts already, right? After that little move that I saw, but it would be fully confirmed if it breaks below this 94.775 on the 5 minute. If it fully breaks before that, this thing is going down towards like 92, 91, 92, even to 90. There's even a chance it could get to 90, but I'm fully expecting it here. But I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Timing where this goes down is going to be hard, because we're seeing a nice liquidity build up here, right? We're seeing really nice liquidity build up here, right? And there is going to be a moment where this breaks down. It's timing that is so hard, because don't forget, we have market makers who are here to just mess around with you. This is the only problem, right? They're here to just have some fun with you, and we'll see. We will see what happens, but it really could still go up to here. So if in our trades it starts to look like we're going into that point, it might be worth cutting and then adding on afterwards. But I'm suspecting my number was 95.5, around the 95.5 possible. So I've front run this a little bit too much, but I'm thinking around that. But anyway, this is, by the way, there's nothing. It's just me talking. Don't listen to anything on my side, right? This could still rally up a little bit. It still could rally up a little bit. I just want everyone to be clear of that fact, right? There's still a chance that this thing could, because the more it builds up liquidity, the more that this starts to do this, right? The bigger the breakdown it's going to be, right? It's trying to grab that liquidity. Now, we are at a point where we're settling underneath a key control point. So when we sit below that key control area, right? The reason why I took it is because we closed the 1 hour below this high. So we closed the 1 hour close below this high, and there's a chance that this thing, I would say it would go down from here. Now, there's a chance it might not. This is all market maker bullcrap that's going on. But it's the stairs and elevator down. To be honest, I was thinking this to here and then break down. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. How are the players going on? Oop, that's not going well. That's going well. That's going well. That's going well. There was one more. But Solana's not doing well. Oh well. Can't win all of them. But that's that situation where we are right now. This is what we're sitting on at this present moment. We are in a we're in a precarious area, but we'll see. Mr. T, we rock. Thank you so much. Which one's going well? XMR's going well. Fartcoin is going well. Arrow's going well. The only one that's struggling is Solana. Solana actually might break out. I might close that one. We'll see. We might close that one. That's why I did such a tight short stop. It's hard. Anyway, it's hard to predict where it's going. That's why I like to really do short-term moves as we see a market structure shift. But we'll see where this goes. That should... Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, that's that situation where we're sitting right now. Yeah, that's it. So, but I was thinking... This is what I was going to say. This is what I think. When it comes down to this area... And there's a possibility it could go a bit higher. Let's be optimistic, right? Let's say optimistic around the 312. If it does this, right? If it does this, you might get a scam wick, and it does that. I'm max longing, like max long, because that will take us to here. I fully expect that to happen. Are we doing 10? Yeah, I work around the 10, between the 10 to 8, depending. And if I have conviction, I will add to the leverage to put up the stop loss and move it around that way, right? I need to show you all those things because you don't have to always bring it to that level. So that's what I would say, right? I would say here, then at this point, I will be max short. To get possibly the biggest, most insane short of your life. How much is that? XMI is actually doing pretty bad. Yeah, I know. That's the short. I would say around the 560. If it breaks the 560, I mean, look, these type of things usually have a knack of hitting the 50% level, right? And if we look at the full move, I've already got it here. Do I have it here? Look at the full move. Yeah, 620. But if we go into a higher time frame, that's not the full move, is it? That's the full move. So around the 600. Yeah, around the 600. That's exactly where I put my take profit level. So we'll see. It's just that, look, you know what it is? The reason why it's doing well is because of all this pent up liquidity here. Right? There's always a point where that liquidity has to break. And when it breaks, you capitalize on that. It's always the case. It's always the case, but I expect a strong move from that 50% level for sure. That's why I put the thing there. I mean, I took it around here, so yeah, it's all right. I still think this is building up nice liquidity as well. All of these are elevators, man. It's like steps. Every single one of these are steps. They're just building up liquidity to smash it back down again. That's the issue of where we are sitting right now. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Like, where are you putting the take profit for? Look, with what I would say, and it's sometimes when you're putting in the way you do the way you put your take profit zones, right? Because look, this is coming into a strong area of support. Be careful with the Fartcoin, right? Be ready to take full, close it at full, right? The reason why I'm saying that, be careful to take a closing at full, is because if it comes into here and finds support, this will rally hard, right? So I know you can ask me all the questions you want to, right? It can rally hard. The key factor here that you need to understand is that once it breaks and consolidates underneath, then we have some serious. We just don't like. It basically has to break this range here, the 0.3605. If it breaks that, we have a huge move coming. Huge. Again, all pent up liquidity here. To see what the move of that is. The move of that is. Yo. Right, look. So it's underneath the 50%. So you go back to the next. So I think it could go even more than that. But let's just say conservatively, right? The 0.344 is a good place to take your 50% of your profits. I think it can go lower. I think it can potentially come and test this range, the prior range. I think it can potentially test the prior range here, the 0.332. Fibs are not always 100%. It just gives you a understanding of where it could potentially go to. But yeah, just have to be active, right? Look, you need to see this. If you guys are in profit, right? If you guys are in profit, always move your stop losses to, in my humble opinion, don't listen to what I'm saying, move your stop losses to a point where you're break even. If it closes, fine. Then you try it again. You come and attack it again. That's the best way to do it. Always the best way to do these type of things. Oh, XMR is accelerating. Yo. That's accelerating hard. Cool. Do you think gold will drop? I don't think so. I would say gold, in my humble opinion, is replacing slowly the dollar, right? And replacing the dollar is, the dollar standard because of what's happened with Ukraine and everything else. I think that's what's going to be the case. To be honest, this Clarity Act, man, banks are scared. Banks are scared, like really scared. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, like, no, this is going up. This is going up aggressively. I don't see gold going. Silver, on the other hand, I could see retracing quite aggressively. I could see, man, the amount of liquidity sitting on gold here and silver is wild. Is wild. This is pure speculative. It's mega speculation at this present. Where do you think it will drop to after I have a sell from 4,600? What do you mean? To what? What are you talking about? You mean gold? Where do you think it will top out, do you say? I would be very careful with gold, man. I would say this. Like, gold is one of those things where I would be very, 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 very careful. Like, super duper careful. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, I would be very, very careful on gold. Gold is one of those assets where you have to be in the economy has to be at peak, right? Strength for that to happen. In my humble opinion, we are cooked. No, I think we will have a pullback. I think we will have an aggressive pullback, and then I think we'll have an aggressive pull. We'll see, man. We'll see what's going. It's going to happen on stream. I'll tell you that. It's going to happen on stream. What's going to happen now is going to happen on stream. That's for sure. So what was I saying? Why is Solana being a lady of the night? Why Solana? Why? Why can't you just do a XMR? That'd be nice. It'd be nice if you did an XMR. Come on, bruv. I can't seem to get a good trade. Thanks for answering, pal. What do you mean, good trade? How? What's happening with Fat Cat? So much is happening with Fat Cat. You have no idea. You were saying about the Clarity Act. Yeah, look. So there's the banks are scared of crypto. They're completely scared of crypto at this present moment. I just can't think. Come and join the pro soon. I just want to say this to everyone, right? So short term, I think I'll just explain my thesis on where I think it's going to happen. And I'll do on total because total pretty much covers the whole market structure. Where's total here, right? I think all right. You've passed the 1 hour anyway, right? I think that I mean, we need to, if we can break the prior, God, and this could still go up. Anyway, so this is what I'm thinking, right? If we look at the market structure on the 1 hour, right, we've seen a clear invalidation, clear invalidation, right? Absolutely clear invalidation. This thing is, yeah, it's proven itself to be that case. Now, if we look at, where are we here? If we look at this clearly, this could, saying it's not, it could still go up to around 3.2. There's a chance it could go to 3.2 still, right? And from there, I think it's going to nuke down to around 3.12. Settle there, and everyone's going to say it's over. They think it's going to go. Even might do a scam wick like that, all right? Scare people. And then this will most probably go to here. Around the 3.6-ish area. Around this point here, everyone's going to say, we're so back. We're so back. We are so back. You have no idea. I'm max longing. And then they're going to destroy everyone. Everyone. Like, everyone is going to get full port annihilated because they're going to max long at that level. Seriously. And I think this could it could go down to the 2.35. Like that hard. That hard. When it's hard to say when, right? But I'm expecting a See, look, it all depends on the amount of liquidity buildup, right? This is the thing. If we start getting into the end of the day and there hasn't been a movement, you kind of have to hedge your bets, right? Put your stop losses to a point where you have enough profit where you're happy, right? And if it gets to that, gets rid of it, then tomorrow we start again. I'm not the biggest fan of leaving trades overnight because they can do some really silly things. Sounds lovely. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Sanam. I love the way you spelled that. That's incredible. Yeah, so Coinbase pulling out is because they put a poison pill into the Clarity Act. Like really, really bad. Really bad. I understand why he pulled his support, because it's like it's full control. Not just little bit control, full control of all of your assets, right? It's this sort of understanding that where that you have to have major major sort of gate cards for you to be able to access your wallets and the industry. You can't gain any type of interest on any of your assets, and more importantly, banks will be in full control of the industry. Not be a regulatory clarity of where banks will have a framework on how it works. They will be in full control of the industry. And, Coinbase was like, literally, what did you just say, bruv? Yeah, this might... If Total finds support around this area here, look to potentially close your trades. Potentially. That's all I'm gonna say. Sounds lovely. Yeah, it's gonna be an epic one. Anyway, anything you guys want me to? You want me to look at XRP? Let's look at XRP. XRP. Let's have a look. Right, XRP. XRP is still holding strong. I will say that. It has relative strength, XRP, right? XRP is not an easy one. I would say though, if I had to, it's not going to be too much of a move on XRP. Yeah, around the 2 mark. So I think XRP is going to be okay. So XLM is doing the same thing. Well, I don't know. Sol and CPI, mate. Sol is here. Sol might take off here. I'm not joking. I might consider closing Sol. If Total finds support at around this region here, the 3.6 region here, might be a good play to. We'll see. ICP, right? Let's look at ICP. ICP. All right, let's look at ICP. Where's my ICP here? What? I have ICP. ICP might be one of those that retrace hard. Oh my god. So okay. ICP. We're in the 4 hour, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it should bounce from here. We're in a very strong level of liquidity. This could bounce quite hard, actually. However, if it loses that level, yeah, this might bounce hard, actually. It might scam wick down here and then bounce hard. A lot of coins are looking like they want to bounce hard. Just be careful with the trades, people. That's all right. That looks okay. That looks okay. On the hourly, that looks daunting AF, man. Oh, man, that looks. Okay, why didn't I see that earlier? I would have like full ported that. Anyway, whatever. So it looks relatively bullish. Yeah, unfortunately, I thought this would go down more. It found a perfect level. I still believe this thing is going to nuke very, very hard. Look at that liquidity sitting there. Jesus, look at that. That looks super. What do you mean 3.5? 3.5? What do you mean? What holds 3.5? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the ICP? Yeah. Yeah, but man, I'm expecting. God, I just hope it Bitcoin doesn't. I mean, Sol doesn't nuke from there. That'd be $1 difference from my stop loss. Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. Like that's if I like just say it this way, right? If I was to look at a graph, let me get rid of all this crap. 1 second. If I was to, what's going on here? Yeah. If I was to look at that as in like any other coin. That looks like the most bullish thing I've ever seen in my life. Like that looks like, Holy, what did you do to the chart? I didn't do anything to the chart. It's just like there's lines. I trade in short term, so that's why I'm getting rid of all these. Like, I'm gonna get rid of all these lines. I'll get rid of that as well. Right, that's it basically. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Something on ARK. Yeah, let's have a look at ARK. But wait, did I find ARK on the live? I think I found ARK. Yeah, I did. Yo. Oh my god, this would be a monster short. Oh god, it's annoying when I miss these things. That's a monster short. I still think things are looking a bit bullish though, unfortunately. Yeah, things are looking a bit bullish at this present moment. Which means that my thesis of I always get too overzealous. I think that 3.2 is going to be the area where it nukes. Yeah, I think that's going to be the area where it nukes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. As I said, if anyone is in the trade that they're in profit to, make sure you put your stop losses at the at entry for sure if you're a profit. Because this is the thing. When I was in the group, I was talking about you know, when market makers mess around, right? And they will mess around. They will mess around with you. They will make it look like this thing is bullish as hell. And before, because what happens is when things start to rally fast and aggressively, right? They do things like force a move, right? So they'll force a move to make it look like oh my god, we're bullish, right? Oh my god, we're going. Oh my god, they'll do something like this, right? They'll do something like this. This is why it's so hard to find the exact point to get in. They'll do something like, oh my god, and then bash it down. They're going to do something like that. Let's see. I invested, what did you say? I invested some money in Dusk a few days ago. What do you think about that coin? Why did you invest into it? Out of curiosity. What was your reason to do so? I hope so. This down move is gonna happen. But Alfie, what could it not? But could it not be that we turn bullish and then go into price? I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. Because of that insane move yesterday. Because of that, I don't see so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this needs to go down and retest these lower levels first. I think that's what that it needs to do. Like that. Yeah. I think it's going to need to retest those lower levels. How far low? I can't explain. But I think that's going to be the case. We'll see. But what will happen, right, is that they'll do something like, do you believe in the 4-year cycle? Yes and no, right? But it's testing previous high. What do you mean it's testing previous high? What do you mean it's testing previous high? No, I mean with the 4-year cycle, there is some technical understanding about sort of like hash rate and this and the other, which will have an effect on the market. Don't get me wrong. But it's more of a that will start to be sort of, you know, weeded out as the market gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? That's what she said. It's all about the availability of liquidity and excess liquidity. When you have excess liquidity in the market, our industry does very well. When you don't, it doesn't do very well. And whether that sort of corresponds with the 4-year cycle, I would say it's more correlation than causation. That's what I would say, because it's sometimes very easy to say, oh, it's happened twice before, so it will happen again this time. Yeah, possibility, it could happen, but I would not base my whole understanding and thesis on that. That's annoying. Yeah, but so what's more worrying is this Clarity Act thing, because what that's going to do is it is going to cause liquidity issues in our market, because the Clarity Act in its original form was amazing. It would have and I know why banks went the way they did, because it would have absolutely destroyed banks. There'll be no reason to have a bank. None. Oof, this looks like it's gonna. Yeah, we might rally in a second. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because it would absolutely annihilate banks completely in every sense of the word, because there would be literally no reason to have a bank account. None. The only reason why you would ever consider having a bank account would be for interest. That's the thing. It was the reason. But what the Clarity Act was trying to do was trying to make that the foreground, right? Make our industry the foreground. That's why it was so important. That thing passing in its original form would have been insane, right? It would have made, it would have made the market go absolutely parabolic. But the way that the American system works is that to get certain bills passed, they sometimes add these amendments into them, right? So they can get. That's why this delay happened. They have to put because they didn't have enough of the votes, and the banks were causing issues, right? And sometimes they put these amendments in there, and these amendments in there are sometimes, all the time. Yeah, okay, all right, man. I'm just trying to be PC here, all right? Just give me a break. So sometimes they put these amendments, or most of the time they put amendments in there, which are poison pills, right? And they know what they were doing, the banking system, right? The banking sector knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to put something in there where it would make them in fully control of everything, and their normal system would still survive. In fact, it would have been crippling for the market if you in the last state of what they were trying to do, because it didn't pass because they didn't have enough votes, and the only way they could get the votes is if the lobbyists, which in my word are what is a nice way to describe what a lobbyist is? Anyway, right? For them to be able to do so, the bank said, look, if you put this in, we'll sign it. And they know that if you put that in, it would absolutely destroy the crypto industry. Because think of it this way. What the Clarity Act was basically doing was creating a regulatory framework to make our industry fully aligned with the normal industry, right? Normal banking industry and everything else. And crypto is in every market maker's Good one, Damak. Lobbyists are market makers, right? They would have made wholeheartedly the normal banking system completely obsolete, because the normal banking system is all about control, and that control means that they can charge exorbitant prices for everything. I mean, I challenge you to try and send 50K to another country from your bank. See what happens. See the half a day's worth of work that you have to try and get that thing over, and it will come in 3 days' time, right? In crypto, it's instantaneous. 2 seconds. Even in Ethereum, a minute. In a minute, you have it, right? If it's congested, 5. In a normal banking system, 4 full days, maybe. And it can get lost in their antiquated system. So they knew what was coming, right? They know what was coming. So they utilized something to absolutely try and annihilate the system. And Mr. Coinbase was like, nah, brev. nah, brev. I'm good, brother. I'm good. You guys can jog on. We'll do it our own way. Bring on the meme coins. We don't want regulation. We want Wild West. We don't want solutions. We want problems. We want full problems. That's basically what he did. Hello, Crow, man. How you doing? Please don't show me anything anymore. I beg you. Were you the show me something guy? I think it was you. Was it you? No. Okay, I don't know. I'm not running a show and tell in this. I'm not running a show and tell in this thing. All right. Good morning from Auckland, New Zealand. I love New Zealand. New Zealand, right? Okay, this is the best way I can describe New Zealand. Is like everywhere is a movie landscape. I can't explain it in any other way. Everywhere you just go, damn. Like, what? Damn. Oh my God. And the food is wild there. Regulations favor utility. A lot of coins will go to zero. Yeah. If yes, but maybe and no, right? And it can be the case. It also can not be the case as well. All right, yeah, here we go. So yeah, I can go either way, left or right. You know what I mean? So, I would. Regulators doesn't necessarily have to favor utility. No, it just has to. Regulators only care about security, right? I mean, penny stocks are not anything of any real standard, right? So I wouldn't say that you should be very, very happy about, penny stocks are utility stocks. They're not utility. They just live within the realm of safety. Yeah, banks suck big time. Yeah, I know. So questions: why are the banks scared? So if you can simplify, yeah, I already described it. Yeah, they're scared because crypto does banking in every way better. Every way better. There isn't a singular thing that the banking sector or our normal institution sector does that is not done better in the cryptocurrency. I mean, they even want to. Your yawn made me yawn. Yeah, I know. Well, I've been working on something, by the way. Like, I've been working on something really, really cool. Like, really, really cool. Super duper cool. And I hopefully will be able to bring it to you guys by the end of the week. It's been taking me a while. Like, we've got some really cool things that are coming that you guys are going to be hopefully utilizing soon. And it's going to allow everyone to benefit in one cool way or another. That's the thing that I would try to explain to everyone. There's some really cool things happening. So that's the situation where we are. The market right now is just doing what the market is doing, right? And we follow it the way that we follow it. It's the best way to describe it. We're in a place where I expect this to move to happen. Well, there we go. Freedom camping, another Kiwi here from Queensland. Freedom camping, man. I need everyone for both, Mr. T. I need everyone to understand how insane New Zealand is. And it's so, what's crazy about it is that it's right next to Australia, and they're wildly different from each other, like on another level different. It's like they're not even comparable to each other. It's wild. It's an actual wild scenario. What chart is this? This is total. If you look on the side here, you can see it. Total market cap. Let's see. To me, that is looking ever so slightly bullish, which is annoying. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Son of a monkeys. All right, cool. Yeah, we're going to have to rally one more. That's really annoying. So yeah, that's the thing. When does a market close? You can actually see it's really easy. Just go to the day, right? And you see the countdown on the side here. And that's what it shows you. We have 3 hours and 30 minutes left for the market to close. Oh my God. Guy. I've just come into the chat, by the way. Everyone, you need to understand something, right? I'm in the chat now, right? So all those people who aren't following. So I like to roll, guys. I like to enter my chat as myself, and then talk to myself in the same way as I talk to myself, and then say to everyone who's in my life, and talk to everyone that's in my life to follow me, to follow me, but in a different place. In a different place. That's how I roll. I don't mess around. I like to fully utilize. I was back watching you from Gibraltar. Gibraltar's amazing as well. You guys live in really cool places, man. Like really, really cool places. Please follow my BMX restoration channel. That I can get along with. No problem. Everyone can follow that. No issue. But following me, how dare you do that? You're here for stupid videos, some guy in a something face and all that kind of stuff, right? Oh my God. Something traditional markets still matter because of who controls liquidity. It's not even who controls liquidity. It's the way that the system is built. Sold, pump without volume. Yeah. It's around this. It's all of this is just built up liquidity. All of it. What's going on with Sol at the moment? Yeah, it's doing that. It's gonna be here. You'll see. Sometimes this is why I don't like to preempt trades. I like to do it on a last a minute basis. I'll do that from now on. It's hard to do it, right? Well, the rest doing. XMR is okay. Still massive profit. Aerodrome is coming back into range again. Fartcoin is still within range. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get a bit of an annoying move up. It's gonna be to around here and then nuke down for sure. You'll see. It could even, to be honest, it could even go to around here, 332. Around this zone here, it's going to nuke for sure. I can't believe October slayed the whole. Yeah. Well, don't say October. Binance did. Oh wow. Okay, 1 second. let's not forget that it was Binance. I just got here. Can you ask a real Alvarez what the chat is? This is make sure you understand that he is the real Alvarez, not me. I'm just like a placeholder. He's the real guy. Yeah. God, it's so annoying. Anyway. So yeah, he's the real guy. Can you look at Whiff? Of course I can look at Whiff. Ba, 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 ba. Where's my Whiff? Where's my Whiff? Where's my Whiff? Where's my nene? All right, this is a good Whiff. All right, okay. Whiff is relatively strong, but I look again. We're in the same scenario right now, right? I'm fully expecting this thing to. Yeah, I mean, like, I would be heavily surprised if this thing doesn't nuke hard. Look, confirmation of two. Like, here is a very strong level of liquidity, right? Right there is a very strong level of liquidity right there. You look at the lower time frame. I would say you would most probably come up to around the 0.397-ish area, 0.4 area, all on that type of area there, and then annihilate back down again. Will the New York entry at 0 be closed out? Will my NYC entry be closed out? What do you mean? All the crypto charts are the same. Yeah, some are the same. Well, because they're all, there's some are the same, some are not. You think Sol will nuke all the way to 118 again? It's so annoying. Anyway, whatever. 118. No, I don't think 118. 118 seems aggressive. I would say 134 is possible. 134, but Sol's pretty bullish at the moment. So 137. I still in shorts. I'm in the shorts. Yeah, the Sol I'm gonna close unless I'm being stopped out already. Have I been stopped out already? Yeah, I might close Sol. Might close Sol. It depends. But so, like any minute, like we're in the any minute scenario. I'm in the I'm in every Sol. I'm in every short at the moment. Every single one. No, that was something else. Yeah, and every single one I'm in at the moment. But I might close the Sol out. Sol's looking very strong. But it looks like Sol's got a rally. I might close that. We'll see. Or I might just let it stop out. Whatever. It's cool. It's not that much of a loss anyway. It's only like, what percentage are we talking about here? 2%? 2%? Not even a percent. Whatever. It's 1%. I'll take the risk on that. But it's looking like we're going to... God, anyway, whatever. It's fine. My New Year long entry at 0.2. Nah, you be fine, man. That's an amazing entry. That's an absolutely amazing entry. Look, I would say this, in my humble opinion. Yeah, oh, crap. Yeah, so Sol's gonna get stopped out, and Sol. That's annoying. I would say with Whiff, right? I would say with Whiff is that we have one pullback left, right? And then we have the mega rally, the last rally, in my humble opinion. I think we have this move. Where's the move here? Where is Bitcoin? I think we have the move. That will... Not this one. I think the move will go and push us to the 100,000 level. I think something like that's going to happen. I think that's going to definitely happen. What's the 2 hour close we're going to do? Are we in the 2 hour? Yeah, we're in the 2 hour. Sometimes patience was what's needed. That's anyway. Do you think it's a good idea for me to DCA ETH? I'm planning to do it for 60 years. I mean, you could do that if you want to. I mean, a 60-year DCA is quite wild. What are you buying him? Like, what, a penny a day or something? Is that what you're looking to do? 60 years is aggressive, man. That's an aggressive amount. I think you might miss a lot. From 100,000, we can long Sol hard. No, the time to look for Sol was here. At this point here, when it retested this zone here, the 130, 34, the 133 level. We'll see. I mean, it's either here or here that it's going to do some. I mean, it could be there as well. Here, the one around, possibly around the. It's going to. You'll see. It'll most probably happen on or as I come off the live, it'll probably happen on that level. Too early. Me too. Do too early. I'm. Me too only. I'll be 120. What? What? I don't know what you're saying, my friend. Oh man. If you're gonna do it already, man. Honestly. Yeah. Yeah. He means I'm 60 years time. Oh yeah, fine, fair enough. It's all right. I'll be 120 as well. I'm 60. I just look good for my age. $5 a month each year, 5 extra. So, I mean, think it this way. How old are you, Seb? How old are you? So I'm gonna expect this to happen here because this looks very bullish, right? I'm gonna expect if you're in the Sol trade and you haven't been stopped out yet, right? This might be a good zone. This probably could come down and test this zone here, and I think that might be an area to get out of the Sol trade because I think Sol's gonna go out of our bounds before we get to the area where this thing nukes around the 20 level. Let's see. 18, my man. 18, right? Rather than putting into Ethereum, in my humble opinion, I don't listen to what I'm saying or anything on that level, right? I would put it into. I would diversify into a few places, right? Most definitely have a tracker fund for sure, right? I don't care where everyone poo-poos it, but have a tracker fund, right? Also have a low risk, medium risk, and higher risk play. So your low risk is your tracker fund. Keep that no matter what. It's always good to have that there. At the same time, look into inflation adjusted funds as well. They're pretty good. Check those out. They're usually very good things to utilize for longer period of investment periods, right? And then also just try and look at a bit riskier plays because you're young enough to make mistakes, right? So I would look into the safe medium and make some mistakes period because you're still super duper young, bro. Like you have more than enough time to do that. And 78 is too much of a time. Look, you need to also understand this. Do that. That's great. But focus in on look, between the ages of 18 to say 25, maybe even 30, right? Did you dim your stream? No, I didn't. From the ages of, this is just my humble opinion, don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but between the ages of 18 to 30, try and make as many mistakes as possible. And what I mean by that is in like, go try and do like, try and test your dreams and your risk profiles on a lot of things. That's what I would say. That's what my humble opinion would be on that note. I think that should be something that you should play with. And then work out from there, because you shouldn't be relying on what you're investing in by the time you're at 78. You need to live your life as well, man. You know what I mean? Live your life. It's better to make a million quid by 30 than something that when you're 78. You want to be able to enjoy that money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, this is gonna go. Soul's gonna go. That looks okay. They look alright. Yeah, that's annoying. Anyway, I made mistakes. I lost $250 and I learned from it. It isn't that much compared to, yeah, but no. But you say that, but when you're 18, 18, invest as much as you can now, because when you get married and have kids, you'll be broke. Yeah, you say that. $250 is a lot for someone that's not earning a lot, right? So don't also forget that. I'll also say this, right? You have to be marriage and stuff like that is, of course, it's gonna be super duper expensive in this and the other. But that thing you put into longer term investment shouldn't be something that you should be playing like you should be. Bro, I lost 92k in 2 months ago. Yeah, that's probably because of the October thing, right? I earned $0, haven't worked yet. Well, that's a lot of money then. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Just, if I were you, right? Instead of trying to earn something at this age, I would try and learn as much as you can from people who really know what they're doing. So I would genuinely say, like, find someone that you look up to that actually has done something like really, really impressively in this and the other, and literally offer your services for free. Say, I'll do anything. I'll get your coffee. I'll do your dry cleaning. I'll do anything, right? Just let me learn from you, and then learn as much as you can from that person. That's what I would say, because you need to invest in yourself a lot when you're younger as well, and also put into that and all that kind of stuff. I went to, when I was younger, I made a lot of mistakes. I did some stupid things when I was younger. We all did. At what point do you think I should close my arc long and reverse into a short? Look, honestly, right? Honestly, we have to see this reverse. What I would say is look at total. I think that's how I got my wife. It is now the time to accumulate. I would say accumulate in one sense. Should probably also use this mini pump to get out of Tao. If you want to, I would say, look, I'm fully expecting, even if it may not be today, I think it will be today, but even if it's not today, right? I'm expecting this market to go down. All of this move that we're getting right now, it's so a load of bullcrap. Look, okay, all right. Just so you understand how much of bullcrap this is on Sol, right? We have reducing volume. We have, by the way, you can see this on the tube, not on the thing. We have reducing volume but pumping Sol. Can you see how ridiculous that is? Reducing volume, pumping Sol. At some point, this thing is going to God, at least this is going well, though. Can't win every trade, I guess. What was the other trades I did? I can't remember the other ones. XNSL, iOS Fartcoin. Yeah, Fartcoin looks quite bullish as well. Annoying. Hello, sorry, I'm late. I'm not a professor at all. Honestly, it's trying to find the exact zone of where this thing is going to annihilate back down is going to be the real question. Because all of that is the epitome of stairs and elevator down in every sense of the understanding of what I can see on this. It's just that moment of where it is. Look, if you get stopped out, and if you're in profits and the other ones, just close it and wait for the moment for this to, wait for the moment to find that shift, right? Yeah, we'll see. All right. Anything else you want me to look at? Could you look at silver? Yeah, sure. I'll look at silver. Not today. It wouldn't be to 70. Not on Kick anymore. I just did on YouTube for the time being. Because I'll just tell everyone right now what I'm doing. Right. So what I've developed. I developed my own perp decks fully. I think I've developed my own perpetual decks. It will have privy integration, so you'll be able to use your bank and Apple Pay and things like that. It's going to be lower fees than Hyperliquid and DXDY. It's going to have a monstrous referral rate, the whole 9 yards, and you've got to be able to do something very cool, right? I've done a deal with and it's also been audited by Certec. I don't know if you know Certec, but they do the audits for some of the biggest companies in the world. And you're also going to be able to get liquidity staking, which means that liquidity yielding, where you can provide liquidity to other protocols and get a yield of your USDT. So I've developed the whole broad spectrum of the whole thing. It's got, I mean, think of it this way: it has Binance wallet integration. It has MetaMask. It has Phantom, the whole thing. So I've developed the whole aspect, full range, broad spectrum perp deck. So that's what I've been working on. That's why I wasn't around yesterday. So silver looks pretty bullish at the moment. I think this might have another leg up. This looks very bullish, really, really bullish. Yeah, that looks really good. I think that should be fine. Although it has produced a low high, but that looks bullish. I think that will rally. I think we're going to pump straight to 19. I don't think so. Mark my words. I've said it now. Mark my words. I don't think it's going to happen. Thought of S&P 500 ETH Bitcoin, and I wouldn't go more risky ones because it's still big amount of money to. Yeah, I think so. I think those are really good. Weekend is always risky. Let's see. What about? I think gold is going to go up. So what's this? All right, okay. Or maybe Trump will. No, I don't think so. I really do think that's going to be the zone where we look. That there for me is the zone. Gave me the indication this is going to go down more. Right. that that gave me that indication. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just giving my humble opinion. I think that's what's going to be happening. What were the fun things you mentioned? Yeah, so you can get inflation adjusted funds. They're usually very, very good, right? Yeah, the S&P is quite good. You can also do. There's a few other ones. I can't say too much because it's not my place to do so. Just look at various tracker funds that could be interesting. Some more higher risk portfolio matching that you can utilize. You know that saying. You know, you guys, you were like, I think Bitcoin's going to go all the way up to this level, to that level, and I said to everyone, it's going to make you think that. I think it's going to make you think that this is going to happen. That's what they want to do. Can you give some insight on the Clarity Act? Yeah, the Clarity Act, banks put a poison pill into it, right? Which made it, they did 3 very key things that would absolutely destroy this industry, especially if you're going to be having some sort of involvement into the real world and actual financial sector. One, it stopped any type of interest being earned, right? So you couldn't earn any type of interest on your coin. Secondly, they would put a massive level of they would gatekeep a lot of people from being able to access a lot of things in the industry. It would have basically destroyed half the industry in the medium term. And thirdly, it made stable coins a gimmick rather than something that could be actually utilized. The things that they put in there, because they weren't agreeing to it unless these things were put in. I mean, if the Clarity Act came in its original format without any of these problems, then it would have been absolutely massive. But with that, there's no point. You know what I mean? It would have made our industry completely in the. It would be completely at the feet of the banks, and that's what they want. I mean, think of it this way: would you, if you held in a institution or a company, right? Would you be in a place where you control trillions of dollars and have put payment rails within every single aspect of your of the transaction, where you make money on every single part of it, and then get to a point where you are going to have to sign a deal that will remove all of that stuff? Of course not. Of course not. This is how America works, right? The ones that have the money and have control will do everything in their power to stop that from happening. However, we do have Donald Trump on our side. And that guy is a bit nuts, all right? So that's the only way I can just... He's a bit nuts. And because he's a bit nuts, I'm fully expecting him to do something where he'll push this through in one way or other, or cause some sort of issue, or do it in a different way. Because I'd rather it stay the way it is than to sign a deal that could potentially bring a lot of liquidity into the market, but also remove 90% of the things that we like. What's the point of that? You know what I mean? That's what I would say. That's my humble opinion. Come on. Thanks. Of course. No problem. Trump doesn't like Jamie Dimon or the Fed. Yeah. The Fed he's wrong. He's wrong about the Fed. That I don't agree with whatsoever. Because I don't agree he messed up the market. What do you mean? Who messed up the market? He's a There's a lot of conspiracy about his health. About who? Donald Trump. Well, he's 80. I'm not surprised there's a conspiracy about his health. I think he's amazing for his health. How some guy can talk for 14 hours. How someone can talk for 14 hours and still be good at his age is wild, man. That's an amazing thing. What am I looking at? Silver. Yeah. Okay, cool. What about silver? Uh, he's a danger to all things. Yeah, yeah. He has his good and bad. That's what I would say about Trump. Good and bad. He's a person that at the one hand he wants to make look the thing with Donald Trump, right? He's trying to do something that will make, let's put that in nuance. He's trying to make himself look good in the same time of trying to make America like a powerhouse that he wants to try and do, right? But unfortunately, he will do that within, under the pretext of other, on the other people's expense, unfortunately, right? That's what I think is going to be the case. Looks bearish energy. What? Silver? Not necessarily. No, I wouldn't say it's 100% bearish. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It has produced a lower high, so this could maybe test the $85 range, maybe, potentially. Yeah, potentially. 86.7. I think it could maybe retest this zone here. Maybe. I don't think so. I think that's going to rally. Not on the American Express. Unfortunately, it will be on the American Express. Expense. It'll be a situation where you will where America will be. See, look, the thing that he's trying to do with the Fed, is wrong. Him trying to force the Fed to cut constantly, may give you some positives on the short term. May give you some positives in the short term, but in the longer term, when he's out, it will absolutely wreck you. ICP. Where is ICP? Where's my ICP? Why? I got ICP. Oh, here we go. Yeah, cool. It's looking like it will rally, but Trump needs to refinance his real estate. Can you look at Tezos? I think I have XTZ. Do I have Tezos here? I don't think I have Tezos. Let's look at that. I don't think I have that. Yeah, it looks good. It's rallying nicely. We are at 3.2. Are we at 3.2 now? Look, we could. There's still a chance. Look, I'm telling you here. Look, it will either be here, or it could be here. I don't think it. We'll see. We're waiting for a market shift. Look, so we're waiting for. If we see, this is what I'm trying to explain here. If we see, we need that to be broken, basically, right? Or or this to be, that to be broken. So we have to wait. Unfortunately, this is the thing. Sometimes people get hasty. They get when you when the patience goes, that's where the mistake happens. Well, we'll see. I think there's still a chance that we could go up to here. Could be. Because it would still produce a lower high. I think this is still a possibility to something like that to happen. Around here somewhere. Around here, would you long dollar if it can regain? In my humble opinion, I would be very careful about longing anything at this rate. I mean, you could do, if you're going to do it as a scalp, that's what I would go for. Where's dollar? Where is dollar? Why can't I find dollar? Dollar's a hard one. I would not long dollar. God, dollar looks so bearish, it's crazy. Sorry, I don't want to be say. Hello, Amarilla, how you doing? That looks mega bearish to me. We could see a little bump, but that mega bearish to me. All right. Watch the reaction of here. Let's see if I'm correct or not. I kind of want to be here by the time you... I kind of want to be here when it happens. Oof. No, I would not be. Sol is going to the moon. Let's see what if it reacts off this point here. Solana will go up or down. So no, Monero isn't really pumping. It pumped for a bit. I agree with you. I think the same way it will pump up and then massive. It's just where it's going to happen. This is why these type of moments you need to see a market shift before you do anything. Trying to set up trades at a certain point is very, very, very difficult because you're trying to catch an area where the market makers will full on like they will just remove the brakes. I'll tell you this, the first thing I'm shorting is this bad boy. That's the first thing I'm shorting. That's 40% move. I'm okay with the 40. That's 140%. I'm okay with that. On the tags. Let's see. What's the 1 hour looking like? What about render? Let's have a look at render. Render looks pretty good. Yeah, render looks pretty good. Everything to me right now, what's happening right now is all it's not real. this whole move is wholeheartedly market maker led. Look at, there's no volume. There's no one but it's not. This is, you forget. Let's, all right. I'm just curious. I'm really, really curious if this is gonna happen or not. Oh, Farcoin's gone to the moon. So fake. We're already going down, and it's completely fake. 1 second. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when on this box. If we fully nuke down, then I'd admit I'm wrong. Wait. Just wait. You need confirmation. This is why I'm not, look, next time when I do it, I'm gonna be doing it on a confirmation basis. Let's see. Let's see what happens at this point here. We are at full port at this could, I mean, look, I could be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? I'm probably am wrong. Who knows? I'm a guy in a muffin suit. Criven reminds me of my Venezuelan ex-girlfriend, manipulative and traumatic. No, but they're so amazing. What are you talking about? They're so amazing. It's so good I can't actually lie. Cause my body. What do you have to say about XYO? What chart are you looking at? It says it on the side here, USDT dominance. They work hard, bro. Oh yeah. They definitely work hard. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. We're at squeaky bum moment right now. Let's see what happens. I need to go, but I'm waiting for this to happen. If it happens. If buts and maybe. Stud muffin suit. Yeah, most definitely. Mm. Are we all just waiting here, sitting, going, come on? What does a 50 crit? It means it's which way? It depends on the cross. It can sometimes be like a magnet to a point and then pull it down and vice versa. It will happen, I feel it. No, it's not about feeling. We just need confirmation. Let's see. I still think there's a real chance that this thing can get to 3.23, right? That's the thing. Just you have to, in trading, you have to be agile. You can't just expect something to happen at a point, because it will always try and push you in a direction that won't work. If you want to go to the market maker knows it. He's behind the glass on your computer. Yeah, of course. Of course, he will. Look, the market their whole ethos right now, their whole thing that they do, completely, is it's done to make you believe something is happening in one way or another. Market makers make their money from late moves, right? So if it does the late moves, for example, if it's about, for example, I'll tell you this: if USDT goes down here, everyone will be like, "Oh my god, I'm max longing everything," and then it will eat you up, right? That's where they make their money at the extremities, right? At the very, very extremes of what's going on. So we'll see what the situation is and what they want to do more to the market. I'd rather, to be honest, I don't really like to do predictive plays. I would rather it play into a shift after the fact that's happened, rather than try to front run it. It's always where the problems happen. So that's that situation of where we are. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to wait to see what happens, but I think I'm gonna have to head off and say to you guys, happy trading. I can lick my wounds. Did okay in XMR. Arrows back into entry. Fart got the fart got stopped out, so did Sol. And watch it tank now instantaneously afterwards. As soon as I leave. Or something like that. Do you think WIF can get back to $1? I would be very surprised if it gets to $1. Possibly in the next run, maybe, but not right now. That's a 3x from that. That would need a lot of liquidity. A lot of liquidity. You need to understand something about those type of coins, right? Is that things like WIF and everything else, a majority of their growth has been done through giving supply to people, right? They're supply-led growth coins. So a lot of the supply has been already provided out. So growing from that back to the levels that it was is going to be very, very hard because there's excess supply everywhere. That's the thing. Do you think that Brett can get to 50 cents? Where's Brett? Where's Brett at the moment? Brett. Where's Brett? Yes. I think 100%. I am so certain that this thing can get to 50 cent again. I can't actually explain to you. I think that there is nothing more certain in my whole entire life ever than it getting back to 50 cent. It never went to it, but I think there is a chance that it could get back to it. That's how certain I am. 100%. Like I've never believed in something so sure in my whole entire life than Brett getting back to 50 cent. But yeah, that's what I would say. Nice to meet you too. I don't know who Alexa is, but I'm assuming it's not a lady. I'm almost certain it's not a lady. But I appreciate meeting you, fine gentlemen. And we can. I'm sure wherever you are, you're in a happy place. All right, everyone is welcome here. All walks of life, gentlemen and ladies. I volunteered to find out. Go for it. Fair value, Gary. Go for it. Go for it. If a Skype is needed and you can't see them, but you need to be in a interesting, precarious situation, I would say go for it. I would say 100% go for it. All right, and then tell me how it happens. I'm curious. I want to see what type of gentleman it is, whether it's the thin or the big kind, or if it's, I don't know, Eastern Europe. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, look, I'll catch you guys later, see what happens, and we can go from there, all right? Peace, love, affection, all that kind of stuff. Take care. All right, I'm going to close you guys first, and then to the people on the tube. The market has been really weird. It's all market maker led bullcrap, right? That's what's happening at this present moment. They're really, really, really messing around. That's why you have to do short-term moves and plays. If you don't do short-term moves and plays, then you basically miss out on everything. And you can't, like today I tried to do setups for all you guys, and it's so difficult to do. It's so difficult to do. Like XMR, I mean, at least I got some movement here, but it's just so difficult to do, because you're playing in an environment where the market maker will know where you put, like, all those buy orders and stop orders that you put in. The market makers now know where those are, so they will go to hunt those stops and everything else, and then go from there. The only way you really can play this the right way is if you go in and you like fully do it on the spot while you're there playing around. Otherwise, it's just not going to work, and you make your profit as you go along. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.